maybe you can go for 3, no?
Grace orada burada. Şimdi aklıma. Tojo pranam. 1, 2, 3. Sankhya.
Shivaya Visham Shivetavocham
Shivaya Visham Shivetavocham
Yam Vishnava Vristvatistavanti.
After that, the Girish is going to come, and then we will do a 1-year planning this year's whatever Kishore activity.
I like cheesecake. And I saw Star Wars yesterday. And pretty awesome.
And I go to Avanzi High School and 10th grader. I'm taking a martial arts called ninjutsu, which is for ninjas. And
I'm Abby. I'm a freshman at Hoffman.
okay, so everyone else just helps make the tower.
This is the game description.
We need the manager and
One leader from each team.
I'll be one of those people. Yeah.
But do you know the penalty? Have you understood the
Pretend like you were one person.
You're not talking, bro, please.
No, it's her, not me.
Okay, that's it?
Yeah. And then like, what's each?
do that. Bring it to the end. Look up.
Yes.
Pick up the rest of the rubber bands.
Get a little romance, get a little romance.
Okay. Yeah, I got it.
No, you cannot touch with the fingers.
3 cups!
No, you cannot pick up those. No, you cannot pick up. You cannot pick up.
How do you unstick these cups?
Just someone don't
No touching. No touching. No touching.
Whoa, there's these.
stack all.
The winning stack.
Communicated everything that is supposed to know for this game. So there is no issue in communication. Everything she explained. Okay. And even though after tossing, you tell me one thing. After tossing edges, you should have all settled with that name, whether you like it.
Yes, I want the chocolate.
All teenager activity, we will leave vehicles aside, okay? And I can be part of this group. Okay.
Wait, you got uncles, you're out.
This what we are going to do. Don't be very serious about it. The whole point is that we are going to do what is it called name? Impromptu speech. Okay. The
Topics to choose.
Well, it has to be from the list.
Hey, can you go out of list?
Yeah, they can.
Yeah, you can go out of list, I guess. Okay.
Internally and outside. See, he would have a great black eye. But internally, it hurts the people that are bullied. Because usually the bullies offend them.
And well, I was just thinking, you wake up at 6:30 in the morning, you go to school, you're really tired, you hate to be there, but the teachers make it worse, some of them. For example, you walk into class, the teacher's just standing up front and says, hey, today guys, we're gonna start on doing this. Or, like my history teacher comes, he walks around, makes fun of people, kicks people in the foot sometimes. If he falls asleep.
Truth is what we should believe in, not what we hear from TV or from our teachers or our parents. Like sometimes, like for political opinions, like in school, some people think they're Republican, but that's just what they're regurgitating from their parents.
Recycle. The average American normally uses 12,000 bags per 6 months, and if we like. When we go to the grocery store to get our groceries, if we reused our bags, then we would be saving at least 6,000 bags per 6 months.
There was a comic, alright, and there was this grandfather walking with his grandson, and he was saying that when I was your age, we used to walk 6 miles in the snow to get to school. So, and the son was like, oh, wow, you really had snow back then? And
it's not good. If you're like a war veteran, you won't be able to see your family for a long time. Like, there's a bunch of YouTube videos that show all those like fathers that come meet their like sons and daughters on the like somewhere in their house, and then there's like a guy.
Go? Okay. So most of you have probably read the books by J.K. Rowling called Harry Potter, which is probably the best thing ever that was ever written. Everyone agrees with that, right?
No.
Yeah, I do.
So for me, I am what you would call clearly obsessed. And I completely freaked out when we went on vacation to Disneyland. When we went to the Harry Potter, it was like a dream come true. Everything was close to real, and I absolutely loved it. And so my topic today that I'd like to, elaborate about would be, if the world of Harry Potter was real, what would I do? And so, clearly,
And I think that it's a pretty good idea, and actually a very good idea, to join band and orchestra in junior high or high school. Because number one, it provides relief to a lot of high schoolers, because I know in high school, being Indians, being us, we would all want to take AP and honors classes. And
what is truth and what you want to believe versus what is actuality. On Facebook, a lot of people, there's a going trend where if you write truth is as your status, people who like it, you can tell them what you really think on their wall. And I think this is a good way of expressing the truth when sometimes it's just not like...
Progress, which happens to all of us and is an essential part of life. And so in making progress, there's things you need to overcome to be a better person and to be better all together. And many of those lessons I get from my dad. And one thing I've learned is even if you fail, you can't just stop there. You have to continuously move and regain yourself and become better, because failing is a part of life.
Complex of problems. Fired imaginations, created businesses and careers, changed and saved lives. It is taken for granted in America, but 320 million children worldwide do not have access to it. I am talking about education, and the lack of it is a worldwide problem. We need to educate.
Where there's sickness and there's no breathing life. Well, how would you feel living in that place? I wouldn't like it, and I think we could protect the environment and save that from happening. We can do it by recycling and reusing. So buying plastic water bottles and
healthy, and it makes you feel good and healthy. When you do yoga, you lose weight, mainly because you're stretching. You're stretching backwards, you're stretching sideways. It's healthy for your heart because you're pumping blood throughout your body, and it's good for your heart. And the main thing about yoga, they tell you, is breathe. Breathe in, breathe out.
Any instrument at all. Okay, so some examples of reed instruments are clarinets, oboes, saxophone, bass clarinet, and there's a lot more. Oboes are kind of different from other reed instruments because the reed is instead of being flat, it's kind of a cylinder shape. And it's really...
I'm getting tired of doing my arms. I'm sorry.
Whoa!
Ready, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, what should go down to 2, 3, 4. You cannot count yours. I'm only counting. 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, I'm sorry. Lucy, get down. Oh no. That's my mom, man. 9. Everyone. Good job. Make sure everybody has space. Ready?
No, yes.
3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see what you do. 7, 8. Guys, don't talking. 24. 25.
24. No, I can do 7.
26.
I get a 75.
Good.
Oh, okay, I thought you used
Oh my god.
That's what I get to do.
You have something they call is passion in your life. Just raise your really straight hand high here. Okay, 1, 2. You don't have to have, right? Or if you
Soccer.
soccer, you love it. You know, right? Passion. Okay, good. Who else? Right? Music. Good. Okay.
Maintaining the proportions of the people living on Earth, that village would consist of 52 Asians, 21 Europeans, 14 Americans, and 8 Africans. The population would be split up almost equally between males and females.
So he makes up a statue of Dronacharya and takes him as his guru. He starts learning on his own. After a few years of hard work, he becomes a great warrior. At Dronacharya's school, all royal students, including Arjuna, are learning to be great warriors.
Let's go to the jungle for today's lesson.
All right.
Can someone fetch some water?
Yes, I can.
The student goes to a nearby pond and finds a demon.
You look like tasty treat.
Help! Help!
Eklavya happens to hear the call for help and shows up to save the student.
Wow, one more yummy treat for me.
The skit we're doing is based off this book called The Great Men of India by Vivekananda. And the story we're talking about, and this man right here is a great Swamiji.
Hey everyone. As you see here, this English woman is a wonderful trapezist who's having an awesome show. As you can see, in the crowd, we have Vivekananda and 2 bypassers. But wait! Oh no! She falls!
Get out of here!
While everyone else runs away, Vivekananda still thinks she's alive and helps her and prays and mends her. He calls 2 local villagers to help transport her to the nearest hospital for as a gratitude for this poor English woman.
Money she gets.